Way through Tuesday, and we're going to get to the rest of the week here in the Week in Review. But Secretary of State candidate Caroline Fayard made her way to the Badeaux desk, and Dr. Laura Badeaux interviewed her on our Women in Government segment.
Discussed earlier, how does the Secretary of State office, or how can the Secretary of State's office, because I don't think it's doing that right now, how can that play an integral part in growing jobs in Louisiana? You brought up some very interesting points.
Sure. Well, most people, I think when they think of Secretary of State, they think probably first and foremost of elections. And in Louisiana, as you well know, with your political expertise, we have a lot of elections in Louisiana, and we are a very political state. However, we also, from our Secretary of State's office, manage our corporations database. We are the point of entry for anybody looking to do business in the state of Louisiana, LLCs, partnerships, permitting requirements. And from that standpoint, I like to consider it, and it's a little bit of an innovative way to look at job and creation and economic development, but I like to consider us as the information resource for people that are looking to do business in the state of Louisiana, as well as the people that maybe need to find work. We're a point of entry, and I think that if the office works appropriately and efficiently with Louisiana Economic Development Corporation and other agencies that are interested in workforce development and making sure we're growing our economy, we could really do some wonderful things. And that would be my goal as Secretary of State.
Right. Well, you gave some very specifics when we spoke earlier about reviewing the information about the corporations and whether or not they were a small branch of a larger corporation. Can you explain that?
Sure. And well, to borrow a corporate term, it's about doing your due diligence. You mentioned I have a corporate background, and that is true. I'm an attorney by training and trade these days, but I have spent some time in the corporate arena, and as a result, I think I tend to have a pretty good idea as to what businesses look for when they choose to invest in a community. And I think that would be an asset, being Secretary of State. But when a corporation comes to town, I'm a curious person by nature, and I want to know how can we best fit their needs? How can we make it transparent and business-friendly for them to stay here and do business here and expand? And if they have other things, maybe they have other branches or other states that they do business in with other areas of their conglomerates. I'm talking about multinational corporations or just larger corporations. Maybe we can get those arms of business to come to the state as well if we open our doors and have just really good client service and customer service.
All right, there you have it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Dr. Joni Clayville joined me on the set on Wednesday. A very powerful explanation of bath salts and also synthetic marijuana. And of course, she is a physician at Terrebonne General Medical Center in the emergency department. That'll be next when we come back. Must see. Don't go away.